What's the most outrageous thing you've seen someone do to defend their kid? Last month, my daughter Emma came home in tears. She didn't get the lead in the school play, and according to her, the role had gone to Lily, whose mom, Mrs. Carter, just happened to be the PTA president. I told Emma not to take it personally. Casting can be complicated. Maybe the director had a specific vision. I figured it was probably just a case of disappointment. That changed during parent-teacher conference week. I arrived early and sat outside Emma's classroom, waiting for my turn. The door was slightly ajar. Inside, I could hear Emma's teacher, Mrs. Wilson, finishing up with the parent before me. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but the conversation suddenly got tense. "I'm just saying," Mrs. Carter said, "my Lily deserves that role. She's been practicing non-stop for weeks. If Emma ends up getting it, I'll have to reconsider my support for the funding approval on your classroom renovation." There was a pause. "I understand," Mrs. Wilson replied quietly. I sat there frozen. Had I really just heard that? A threat over school funding tied to a casting decision? I didn't say anything at the time. I didn't want to make a scene, but something told me the story wasn't over. The very next day, Emma burst through the door after school, grinning from ear to ear. Mrs. Wilson changed her mind. I got the lead. She was thrilled, and I didn't want to dim her joy. But inside, I couldn't stop thinking about what I'd heard. It didn't feel like a coincidence. Then came rehearsal that Friday. I was helping backstage with costumes when Mrs. Carter came storming into the auditorium. She didn't even look at me, just made a beeline for the principal, who happened to be sitting in the front row watching the rehearsal. "I have proof Emma cheated on her math test last semester," she announced loudly, holding up a manila folder. Everyone nearby went quiet. "She copied answers from another student via text message," Mrs. Carter said, pulling out printed screenshots. "It's all here." I stepped in immediately. "Where did you get those messages?" She turned to me with a smug little smile. "I work in IT at the phone company." It wasn't hard. The principal's entire demeanor changed. "You accessed a student's private text messages?" he asked slowly. Mrs. Carter nodded as if expecting praise for her investigation. "Without parental consent? Without a subpoena?" he added. Her smile faltered. "You're admitting to accessing a minor's private communication without permission?" You could see the realization hit her in real time. The room, once again, went completely still. 2 weeks later, Mrs. Carter resigned from the PTA. The school board launched an investigation. Apparently, this wasn't the first time she had used her position to manipulate school decisions, or her job to cross privacy boundaries. Emma kept the lead role. Lily, who, for the record, is actually a sweet and very talented girl, pulled Emma aside one day and apologized. "I didn't know what my mom was doing," she said. "She told me not to say anything." As for Mrs. Carter, she lost her job at the phone company. Their legal team got involved as soon as the school reported what she'd admitted. Now she's facing possible legal action for unauthorized access to private data, all because her daughter didn't get the lead in a middle school play.